Good evening. Welcome to World News. I am Wisdom Onisi. First, the headlines. Okonjo-Iweala reappointed WTO Director General. Israel conducts first strike on Lebanon since ceasefire. Ireland votes in closely fought general election. And on sport, Lukman Ekong Oshola Onwegu nominated for FIFA Best Awards. Now the news in details. The General Counsel of the World Trade Organization has reappointed Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala for a second term as its Director General. Her new four-year tenure is set to commence on September 1st, 2025. Away from that, the Kano State Public Complaint and Anti-Corruption Commission has backtracked on the 16,800 bags of rice said to have been diverted from the federal government palliative and repackaged in the warehouse in Kano. The commission chairman Muhuyil Magajil Remigado, while addressing newsmen on Friday, said preliminary findings established that the rice was brought to Kano from Bauchi and Zamfara State. The commission on Tuesday received a report through a whistleblower on alleged diversion of rice suspected to be part of the federal government palliatives, in which over 28 trucks amounting to 16,800 bags were stored at a warehouse along Ring Road, Hoktorol, Kano. The bags of rice were carrying the picture of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with the inscription Ramadan Kareem and tagged "Not for Sale." Let's also have you know that Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State has said the tax reform bill will cause backwardness in the north and Nigeria in general. Zulum, however, said only Lagos State would benefit from the tax reform bill of President Bola Tinubu. In an interview with newsmen, the governor said they were informed that the proposed bill could put Lagos State at a disadvantage. Zulum said that if that is the case, they do not wish for any of such disadvantage to affect Lagos State. He urged President Bola Tinubu to revisit the tax reform bill in light of the fact that he received 60% of his vote from the northern region. Now, our return, news from other parts of Africa. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Now news from other parts of Africa. Chad's government said on Thursday it has ended its defense cooperation pact with France, a move that could see French troops leave the Central African country. In a statement, Chad's foreign ministry said the country, a key Western ally in the fight against Islamic militants in the region, wanted to fully assert its sovereignty after more than 6 decades of independence. It said the decision to end the defense cooperation agreement revised in 2019 would enable it to redefine its strategic partnership. Chad has cooperated closely with Western nations' military forces in the past, but it has moved closer to Russia in recent years. Away from that, the ongoing war in Sudan, which started 20 months ago, has created one of the world's most severe humanitarian crises, according to the United Nations. Over 13 million people have been displaced by the conflict, and more than half of the Sudan 45 million population is experiencing acute malnutrition, with 8 million in critical condition. Beyond the violence, hunger stands as another devastating consequence of the conflict in Sudan, which is currently experiencing world's most severe humanitarian crisis. Now we'll move to other parts of the world after this break. Please stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this oh, our oh, Anyabela, oh, Unekena, oh, now we be this oh, oh, this is Hillstv. Now we be this oh, our
Hillstv, Polka.
Glad to have you back. Now news from other parts of the world. A crane collapsed at a construction site just outside Thailand's capital on Friday, killing 3 workers and injuring 10 others, the police said. The incident occurred early Friday morning in Samut, Sakun, west of Bangkok, when a crane built on police newsmen disclosed. Away from that, Ireland goes to the poll on Friday with the incumbent coalition parties neck and neck with opposition party Sinn Féin after a campaign marked by rancor over housing and cost of living crisis. Voters choose new members of the 174-seat lower chamber of parliament, the Dáil, in Dublin. Counting is not due to start until Saturday morning, with partial result expected throughout the day. A final result, however, may not be clear for days as Ireland proportional representation system sees votes of eliminated candidates redistributed during multiple rounds of counting. Away from that, Israel said it conducted an airstrike on a Hezbollah weapon facility on Thursday, the first since a ceasefire in the war in Lebanon took effect. The terms, which came into force on Wednesday, seeks to end a war that has killed thousands in Lebanon and sparked mass displacement in both Lebanon and Israel. The war began with Hezbollah firing into Israel in support of its Palestinian ally Hamas and its unprecedented October 7th attack on Israel. Israel shifted its focus from Gaza to Lebanon in September to secure its northern border from Hezbollah attack, dealing the Iran-backed Shiite Muslim movement a series of heavy blows. Lebanon deployed troops and tanks on Thursday across the country's south, where Hezbollah has long had sway, where only the army and UN peacekeepers are to maintain a presence under the terms of the ceasefire. Up next is business. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Now to business news. A report by the Auditor General of the Federation has unearthed tax irregularities amounting to 14.33 billion naira across more than 30 ministries, departments, and agencies. The findings disclosed in the Auditor General's annual report on non-compliance and internal control weaknesses highlight serious lapses in the tax deductions, remittances, and compliance with financial regulations between 2020 and 2021. The report revealed that 6 ministries, departments, and agencies were responsible for 121.34 million naira in under deduction of taxes. Paragraphs 234 and 235 of the Financial Regulations 2009 mandate accounting officers to ensure that all applicable taxes such as value-added tax and withholding tax are deducted and remitted promptly to the Federal Inland Revenue Service. However, the audit observed widespread breaches of these provisions. The Federal Road Safety Call Abuja was identified as the highest offender with an under deduction of 90.57 million naira, while the Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment Abuja recorded the smallest shortfall of 623,162.80 naira. Away from that, we have that a senior official at Uganda's finance ministry confirmed that account in the country's central bank had been hacked, but he downplayed the extent of the losses. The Bank of Uganda had said late on Thursday it was awaiting a police investigation into a news report that offshore hackers stole 62 billion Uganda shillings, that is $16.8 million from the central bank. According to a report, hackers identifying themselves as Waste accessed the banks of Uganda IT system and illicitly transferred the funds earlier this month. State Minister for Finance Henry Mazuzazi confirmed the hack and said the Police Criminal Investigation Department and the Auditor General were probing the incident. Still to come is sport. Please stay with us. Welcome back now to Sport News. Nigerian quartet Ademola Lookman, William Trust Ekong, Paul Onuachu, and Asisat Oshola has been nominated for the Best FIFA Awards 2024. Atalanta star Lookman is nominated in the Best Attackers category. The 27-year-old, who finished 14th in the Ballon d'Or ranking, is also the favorite to win the CAF Men's Player of the Year. His compatriot Trust Ekong is in contention for the Best Defender award. The centre-back was named Most Valuable Player at the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire early this year. Forward Onuachu is in the running for the Pokals Award, which recognizes the best goal for the year. The 30-year-old goal against Konyaspor in the 2023-2024 Super League on November 10, 2023, during his loan at Trabzonspor was shortlisted. Super Falcons forward Oshalal is nominated for the FIFA Matter Award. The newly introduced award is for the best goal of the year. Still on sport news, Victor Osimhen has promised to help Galatasaray win the UEFA Europa League title. Osimhen scored a superb goal in Okan Buruk side 1-1 draw with AZ Alkmaar on Thursday night. The Nigerian international has now scored 3 goals in his last 2 appearances in the competition. We also have that Nottingham Forest manager Nuno Espirito Santo is confident Olai Aina will sign a contract extension at the club. Aina is into the final month of his contract with the Tricky Trees. Forest have reportedly opened talks with the Nigerian over an extension. Aina joined Nottingham Forest on a free transfer in 2023. The fullback signed a 1-year contract extension this summer. And that's your sport news on World News Today. We move to the rest of the news after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. The government of the United States, Britain, Canada, Norway, and Switzerland on Wednesday jointly condemned the escalating violence against civilians in Mozambique, a southern African nation currently embroiled in weeks of post-election protest. Public outrage has surged after last month's disputed election results, which sparked protest from opposition supporters. The opposition is contesting what they say is a fraudulent victory by Frelimo, the party that has governed Mozambique since 1975. The election results saw Frelimo extend its 5-decade rule, with its candidate Daniel Chopo succeeding President Philip Nyusi to become Mozambique's 5th president since its independence from Portugal. And that's your world news now. But before we go, here are the headlines again. We brought to you that Okonjo-Iweala reappointed WTO Director General. We informed you that Israel conducts first strike on Lebanon since ceasefire. We also informed you that Ireland votes in closely fought general election. And on sport, we informed you that Lukman Ekong Oshola Onuachu nominated for FIFA Best Awards. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hillstv Abuja, Instagram at Hillstv Abuja, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hillstv. I am Wisdom Onizi. Thanks for watching.